A very warm welcome to all of you. My name is CS Shruti Soni, and through this video, we are going to cover chapter number 3, Digital Marketing Principles, Strategies, and Hands on Practice. So let us begin. In this chapter, see basically what we are going to cover is some fundamentals of SEO, like on page SEO, off page SEO, keyword research, and optimizing content. Let us quickly go through what is the aim of this chapter. First of all, this chapter aims to explain you what is the role of SEO in digital marketing. It will help you to differentiate between on page, off page, and technical SEO. And it will describe how search engines crawl, index, and rank websites. We'll also understand how to conduct basic keyword research and why it is relevant also. How can we apply meta tags, titles, and descriptions effectively? We'll understand the importance of mobile friendly and secure websites, that is HTTPS. We'll recognize certain local strategies and we'll understand their relevance for small businesses also. Also, we will try and understand how to evaluate the SEO performance using Google Analytics and Search Console. Now, let us begin. There is a question on the screen which you can see. What is digital marketing? See, digital marketing is a type of marketing only, but it utilizes digital platforms and technologies. And mainly it includes the internet, but otherwise, mobile phones, display advertising, and other digital mediums are also included. The main aim of digital marketing is to connect with the customers where they spend much of their time, and that is online. So, if I'm a customer sitting online and I'm searching something, digital marketing starts working and it helps me to connect with the thing which I really want to have. For example, when you see an Instagram ad for your favorite clothing brand, or when you receive a promotional email from an e-commerce site, that's digital marketing in action. You must have observed that the moment you see something on Google, just shortly after that, you start getting emails related to that product, and also sometimes on your pages, Facebook page or something, whichever social media you're handling, you are going through, you see similar ads. So that is what is digital marketing, which is in action. Now, this digital marketing has basically revolutionized the way businesses connect with the consumers, and it uses the internet and digital technologies basically to promote not only the products but also services, and it enables the companies to reach new audiences, build brand recognition, and drive sales with greater precision compared to traditional marketing methods. So, if I say that basically digital marketing has enabled the companies to reach new audiences because now it can immediately capture who is looking what, send emails, and then tell them more about themselves. So that helps in building brand recognition. And if there is a prospective customer, you can deliver things and you can render your services. So you can drive sales with greater precision. That is not possible in traditional marketing because in traditional marketing, you don't know that who in the prospective market is actually going to become your prospective customer and for how long. So basically, digital marketing is something which is another form of marketing only. It utilizes your digital platforms, but ultimate aim is to reach the consumer, to connect with them, and to build sales. Now, what is the role of SEO, that is search engine optimization in this? It is a crucial digital marketing skill. First of all, let us understand that. And it helps in empowering businesses to appear prominently in search engine results. So the businesses can actually appear on the very first page or they can rank higher with the help of SEO. We all know that potential customers are searching for answers, products, and services. For example, if I'm looking for, let us say, a black pen, or somebody is looking for a black dress. So they'll type on the search engine that I want a black dress, or where to find a black dress, or where to find a black pen. So, what is the role of this SEO in digital marketing? Basically, we'll get some clear explanations, and the chapter will also, if you go through your module, you will see that there are certain practical exercises also, which will help you understand as well as apply SEO fundamentals for real skill development. Now, if I talk about what is SEO, SEO, or in other words, search engine optimization, is the process of enhancing a website or web page to increase its visibility in search engine result pages. So basically, we are enhancing a web page so that whenever there is a person who is searching it, he is able to see that relevant result on the screen. SEO also aims to attract unpaid or organic traffic from search engines like Google, Bing, or Yahoo. It's organic. Why it is organic? Because we're not actually resorting to any unfair means. We are just building our own self so that we rank higher. Now, whether your site promotes products, offers services, or shares expert knowledge on a specific topic, SEO can basically help drive traffic also. That means more people come to your place, to your site, and it increases your online visibility also. Let us take an example. If you search best cafes in Bangalore and there is a website of a cafe which appears on the first page, then why it is so? Because it is because of effective SEO. The better visibility your pages have in search results, the more likely you are to be found and visited. That means if your website is ranking on the very first page, okay, so naturally a customer is going to first go to your website and then go to another. So you are more likely to be found also easily and more likely to be visited also, because usually a prospective consumer will not wait for 20 to 25 pages to go to a particular thing unless he's actually searching for something which is found there, or for which he has a very high level of brand loyalty, which in today's scenario it is not very much practical also. Now, why SEO is important? Majority of search engines are more likely to click on one of the top 5 suggestions in the search engine result pages. As I said, for example, if I type where to find a black dress on Google. So basically, when I get some results, I'm going to click on the first top 5 suggestions rather than go to the 20th page or 15th page. And we all know this. So to take advantage of this and to get visitors visit our website, because our website might be relevant, very much relevant to the person who's looking for that commodity or product. But we have not done SEO, so maybe we are the ones who are ranking on page number 15. So to take advantage of this situation, our website needs to appear in one of the top positions so that we come to this point that we are amongst this top 5, and there are more chances of a prospective customer visiting us also and going through our website, and maybe he buys something also or orders something also. Now, SEO is not only about search engines. They also improve the user experience and usability of a website. So it is as good as I know that there are many people who are going to come to my shop. So I'll maintain things accordingly. And if I know that maybe sometime or the other, maybe one person comes and maybe two-person comes, so I will be reluctant. So the same way, SEO is not just about, search engines. I definitely would like the page to rank higher. But if I know that there are chances of better visibility with this higher ranking, I will maintain my website also better and I will improve my services also better. Now, users also trust search engines because, see, if I wish to go to, let us say, XYZ site, then only I will write XYZ. Okay. Otherwise, I will straight away go to a search engine like Google or Bing and then I'll write whatever I want. If I know that this is the site, for example, ABC University, then I will straight away, and if I remember the name of the exact page link, if I have, then I'll type that. But otherwise, I will trust the search engine. I will type something on Google and I will trust that yes, whatever first five suggestions are coming, that is what is going to be relevant. So therefore, if somebody has a presence in one of those top positions, then it increases the website's trust also. SEO is also good for the social promotion because people who find our website by searching on Google or Yahoo, they are more likely to promote it on Facebook, Twitter, or other social media channels. So if my website is very much easily available on the search results on Google, then people will not only see, they might go through that. If they like it, they might easily share it on social media. So one benefit leads to another in such a case. Just go through this slide. If there is any doubt, please see. I will repeat. Now comes types of SEO. Types of SEO, there are three core types of SEO. We have on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO, right? On-page SEO. It involves optimizing elements directly on your website. So when you are making changes on your website so that the search engine understands your content and ranks it better. That is what is on-page SEO. Content quality on your website, good keywords, HTML tags. This we will see are the key players. So whenever we are doing a search engine optimization exercise on your own website, so that it helps the search engine find you and rank it at a higher place, that is what is known as on-page SEO. Now let us understand actually how do search engines work. Search engine work with these three steps. They basically follow these three steps to rank a website. Number one, you can see here is crawling. Number two is indexing, and number three is ranking. So crawling, indexing, and ranking. What do we mean by crawling? When when we scour the internet for content, looking over the code or content for each URL they find, indexing means storing and organizing the content which is found during the crawling process. Once a page is in the index, it is in the running to be displayed as a result of the relevant queries. And ranking is provide the pieces of content that will best answer a searcher's query, which means that results are ordered by most relevant to the least relevant. Now, what is this? I will explain this to you. Now, let us say Google has a spider. Okay. What it does it's just like a peon. Supposing there is a lorry outside your office in which there are a lot of books. Okay. And let us say there are three lorries. Okay. Three lorries have different books. So you send one of your peons to find all the English literature books from all the three lorries. Okay. So you tell them that you tell your peon to go to the lorries and to find all English literature books from the three lorries. Okay. Now they all go and pick and bring English literature books. Then you tell them that, okay, from this whole lot which you have brought, now I want those literature books which are written by, let us say, Shakespeare. So now, first part was crawling, that the peons went, they started searching for content. Second is they organize the content. That is, you wanted Shakespeare literature items to be kept on the top. Then you said, okay, the next person can be, let us say, Rudyard Kipling, and you want some other books also in the same order. So they started indexing them. And then if you said that I want this particular book of Shakespeare in Indian literature, which had this particular character, so they will rank those books accordingly, and whatever suits your query best, that is what is going to be brought in front of you in terms of top results. I will wait a second here. Kindly go through this screen once again. So basically, how do the search engines work? We know first they crawl, then they do the indexing, that is, they store and organize the content which is found during the crawling process, and then they provide the pieces of content that best answers a searcher's query. So whatever is the most relevant comes on the top. Now, how do I ensure that the website which I have is being, you know, capable, it is made capable of being found by the search engine and also ranked by it in the first top, or maybe 10 or 5 rankings. So for that, we do some search engine optimizations. You must have read this now. This is on page SEO, keyword optimization. So basically, keyword optimization means that you are researching the right keywords, placing them naturally throughout your content, aligning them with user search intent, and continuously analyzing performance to refine your strategy. Now, let us understand that first of all, you are trying to research the right keywords. That is, what keywords you want to mention in your content. Then you want to place them naturally. They should not look as if something is forced in your website. Okay. So we should avoid keyword stuffing, that if I know that this word is very much popular, I write it 10 times on my page repeatedly without making sense. It should not happen. I should try that it is aligned with the search intent. That is, if somebody is looking for a black pen or a black dress or a book by Shakespeare, then what all should be on my web page that the crawler is able to identify that, okay, some content, relevant content is found on this page. And not only this, I also need to continuously analyze my performance, that how are my keywords working? Are they actually capable enough to be found by the crawlers, and are they actually being capable enough to be ranked properly? So if I'm doing all this, basically what I'm trying to do is keyword optimization, and that is, since it is on my page, it is also a part of on page SEO. Now let us take a quick look at the key elements of keyword optimization. Keyword optimization basically includes targeted keywords in page titles, headings, and naturally within the content. So, targeted keywords means those keywords which are actually going to attract my audience and make it turn into a prospective customer. So, we need to identify relevant keywords, relevant phrases which are related to our website content, and we need to integrate them into our content. We should use tools like Google Keyword Planner also, or Ubersuggest also, to find the most popular keywords and most relevant keywords also. So when we are including certain specific keywords in the page titles or headings very smoothly within the content, that is, I'm not forcing it, as I said. And what is the purpose is? The purpose is that the search engine is able to find out and link my website with the query. That is known as keyword optimization. I hope this is clear. Now let us do title tags. What are title tags? Kindly go through this. Now, as you can see, the title tag is the HTML tag that tells search engines what the page is about. They are displayed prominently in search results like the blue clickable ink and in browser tabs. So title tag is basically the HTML tag which will tell the search engine that, okay, this is what is my page and this is what it's all about. And once you type it on the search engine, sometimes you find the search results, you must have seen they are the blue clickable links. Now, what does this title tag summarize? It summarizes a web page content, that is, what all is to be found on this web page. It appears as a clickable headline in your SERPs and the browser tab. Are they important? Yes, because these are the tags which help the search engines understand the page's topic. Because sometimes the name is not enough. Okay, so we need to understand the website through the title tags, and this also improves click through rates by accurately informing users about the content. So if there is relevant content on the page, which is clear through the usage of title tags, then the search engine will try and place your page on the top, and this will also help the consumer get the proper information. Now, as regards optimized title tags, they are a key factor for on page SEO, and they also help to improve a page's ranking as well as visibility. That is, higher it ranks and more visibility is provided to it if your title tags are optimized. So, we should ensure that our title tag is relevant also based on the page's content, and it includes your primary keywords, because if the keywords are misplaced, then again the title tag will not be able to serve any purpose. So we should craft a very clear and attractive page title with the main keyword. So this is one important thing which we should keep in mind. A clear and relevant title, we have already discussed that it encourages the user to click, because if he feels that yes, this is what I was searching for, he'll click on that, and this will boost your organic CTR, that is your click through rate. Including keywords in the title helps search engine match the page to user queries. So when there is a query on a search engine, if it is posted and there is a keyword in your title, both the things are aligned properly and the search engine is able to place your website in front of the prospective person who is sitting there as a prospective customer on the search engine page. Now we have meta descriptions. Meta descriptions are also a form of on page SEO. It is a short summary that appears below the title tag. So we have a title tag. Below that, there is a short summary. It is known by the name meta description. And this meta description, if it is relevant and engaging, if it includes your primary keywords, then it is very good and it helps in SEO. Now, this actually helps you to describe your page also in a very summarized manner. And as you can see, it also encourages clicks. Then we have header tags. In on-page SEO, header tags also have an important role to play. Headers, as you can see, H1, H2, H3, all these are basically HTML tags that indicate the page's structure also and content hierarchy. That is, okay, this is the main heading, then the second level heading, then the third level heading. So you are able to understand that, okay, if the first one is, let us say, the introduction, second one is maybe about the benefits or the features, third one is where to go if you want to do this or where not to go, or rather go and visit this place. So everything is given in a structured manner. So if these header tags are used properly, you can use them to organize your content, highlight important topics, and you can also include your primary keywords in your header tags to improve their workability. So we should ensure that we structure our content for both readers also and search engines also, because search engine is not doing everything manually. It is doing most of the things mechanically. So we have to understand what is their algorithm and how do we rank higher based on what needs that algorithm has. Now, URL structure. As you can see, as an on-page SEO, URL structure is also very important. If your URL is overly complex and it has multiple parameters, then there is a problem for the crawler because it does not know whether this is the right search result or not. So this will create unnecessary high number of URLs which point to an identical or similar content on your site. As a result, Googlebot may consume much more bandwidth than necessary also, and your Google search may not be even able to completely index all the content on your site. So it will not be able to understand basically what and how to do. So what is the key to this? We should try and make URLs short, descriptive, that is they should be able to describe exact what we want to state. It should include keywords wherever possible. In other words, simple and easy to read. What a URL should be. The structure should be very simple, easy to read, and it should not exclude your primary keywords, because without keywords, again, the crawler will not be able to do a proper task. Another step in this is internal linking. Now, what do we mean by internal linking? This is adding hyperlinks within a website to connect one page to another on the same domain. So you are adding some hyperlinks on the same website so that you are connecting one page to another. Now, why this is crucial for SEO? Because it helps the search engines discover and index all the pages on your site. It guides the user to relevant content also, and it passes the link equity between the pages. That is, if you go to this first page, you are able to see some content. Then, if you click another heading, you go to another page which is linked with the help of hyperlink. Now, if there is effective internal linking, then only this is going to act as a good SEO tool. And how do we do that? You use descriptive anchor text, you strategically link important pages, and then you create a clear content hierarchy. That is, you know that if you have 5 showrooms and you're discussing about them on your website, then what is to be placed where and what information is to be placed in under which heading. Everything has to be clear, and how you have to create hyperlinks between them for maybe different brands or different commodities. That also has to be done very carefully. It is crucial because it enhances the crawlability. It helps search engine understand your site structure. It's just like a graph or flow chart. Now, types of internal links will include navigational, contextual, footer, and sidebar links, and each of them will serve distinct purposes. As you can see, navigational will basically tell you how to navigate. Okay. Now, a strong internal linking strategy enhances user engagement. So, if your internal linking strategy is very strong, then the user will continuously, scroll and try to find out what is there on our website. It's going to reduce bounce rate. That is, people will not quickly go visit and just come back that I can't understand anything. It also increases the visibility of certain key pages. So maybe what comes to my mind when I search a particular thing, the first two, three questions, if they are the ones which are being answered in the internal linking pages, then I think I will be the first person to recommend this site to anybody. On the other hand, if I'm not able to find my queries in the pages and they are not linked properly, what I'm trying to link is somewhere what a normal person would like to see is given at the very end at some place, then that person will not go for it. Now, effective internal linking signals topical authority, facilitates better indexing because, as I told you, indexing is another step after crawling, wherein what all is relevant, it starts getting piled up. And then, amongst that, which is the most relevant and whichever is has to be placed first, that is ranking. So, indexing also is very, very important. And this is actually, internal linking is actually going to promote it to a very large extent. You can see an example of what an internal link looks like. You can see it here. This is the image of the link which is visible to the visitor. So now you must have read this by now. Internal links are basically hyperlinks which connect one page of your website to another page on the same domain. And you should think of them as roads that guide both the users and the search engines through your site. When someone clicks an internal link, they are not leaving your website. They are simply navigating between your pages to find more information. For example, if there is a link of what's new, you click on that, then you go into month wise what's new, and then in that also you might have some headings. That is what. Now, search engines like Google, they also use these internal links to discover and index new pages. If a page has no internal links pointed to it, then Google might not even know that it exists. It is easier to, get the latest information in one column, then the past one in other column, relevant of A, B, C, bifurcated separately, but linked also through internal links. So that is why a strong internal linking structure is one of the simplest, yet most powerful strategies which you can build. So you can see this was the link, internal link, and this is the utility. Next on page SEO is technique is image optimization. Now, image SEO is basically optimizing the images on your website so that your pages and images they rank more prominently in unpaid search engine results, and therefore you get more traffic on your site. Now, what are the common image SEO tactics? Let us go through them. Resizing and compressing images, giving images descriptive file names, adding alt text to images. So in all these cases, you'll see that image optimization acts as a very important SEO tool because it makes it easier for the search engines like Google to find and understand your images, because it goes and even sees the relevant images and then sees whether some proper information is there on the web page, and if so, then it tries to capture that, okay, I can recommend this web page also on my search engine result. This means they are more likely to show your images and the pages they are on for relevant search queries. Now we have some tips for image optimization. Let us go through that. First of all, we should find or create useful images. That is, an image which support your goals should be there. For example, photos can showcase products, break up chunks of text. Graphic designs, they can convey some abstract ideas. You can use some charts and graphs to display some complex data. Icons can improve your website navigation. Icons can help the usability of your website. Then logos, they can also strengthen your brand identity. So if you're using that on your page, that also increases a good amount of confidence of the consumer. Screenshots can provide clear instructions and examples. It is a very important tool for showing example. Like just now, I showed you one example. So using screenshot on a website also makes the person feel that yes, the other side is trying to explain me everything which I want to know. It's not trying to hide anything, and therefore it acts as a very good marketing tool. So we should choose the right image formats also. You can save or convert image files into many different formats. SVG is the best choice usually for icons and logos because they can be resized without any loss of quality, and they can be manipulated with JavaScript or CSS, that is your website coding languages. And WebP is one of the best formats for other kind of images because it is usually supported by major search engines, internet browsers, social media sites, and it creates smaller files than other formats. Now let us see the image optimization tips. Google uses file names to better understand what images depict. So it's always better that we give our images a descriptive name and a concise name also. For example, as you can read on the screen, Apple iPhone 15 pink side view JPG is a better option than the ones which you can see on the screen below. Now let us talk about mobile responsiveness. Mobile responsiveness is nothing but the ability of a website to adapt and display well on different devices like smartphones and tablets. A mobile responsive website, it changes its layout, images, and text so that it is easy to read and navigate no matter what your device, whatever device you are using. So, mobile responsiveness means how good a website can be played or displayed on different devices. The better it is, the better user experience a user gets on his or her mobile, the more are the chances that he or she is going to visit your website often and convert into a proper customer. So, why is mobile responsiveness important? As I just now mentioned, it is important for several reasons. The first one being user experience. If the website is mobile responsive, it becomes easier for the users to browse also, to read also, and to find information on the website. But on the other hand, if the website is hard to use on a phone, then people will just leave and they will go to a competitor site, that is a site which is not providing this kind of experience, or in other words, which is providing you a better experience. Then mobile responsiveness is also important because it helps in search engine ranking. Search engines like Google, they prefer mobile responsive sites. And when you have a website that works well on mobile devices, it can help improve your ranking on search results, and it is easier for people to find you. Also, if more and more people use phones to browse the internet and your site is pretty mobile responsive, then you can be rest assured that you will attract a lot number of visitors and more potential customers, more clients. That is going to be the good fate of your website. So, why is mobile responsiveness important? Again, as I tell you, it helps in increasing or enriching the user's experience. It helps you to have a higher ranking in the search engines, and it also increases traffic. Here you can see an example. I hope you must have read it by now. For a website about online textbooks, Best Online Digital Marketing Textbooks 2025 can be your title tag. Then in header 1, that is H1, you can write top resources for digital marketing students. And the internal link could be see our full guide to social media marketing here. So here you can write the link. These are all a part of on-page SEO. You are doing everything on your own website. Now let's go to off-page SEO. These are the techniques and actions which you take outside your own website. And the purpose remains the same, that you want to improve your search ranking. It mainly involves building the site's authority among the people, trust among the people, and popularity. Because once something becomes highly visible to me, number of times I see the same thing, and that too at proper places where I feel that only credentials can be quoted, then it creates a very good brand image in the mind of the consumer, and someday or the other he's bound to hit the website of which he saw that particular link. So basically, off page is nothing but you are sending signals to the search engines, particularly Google, that reputable websites vouch for your organization. That means you're trying to tell Google that yes, it's not only me that has the proper qualities. See, all these also vouch for the efficacy or effectiveness or efficiency of my organization, and that is why they have placed these links. So when prominent websites link to your content, or when these prominent websites mention whatever your idea is, then search engines actually perceive it as a vote of confidence. So this communicates that your website actually possesses valuable and trustworthy information. So the search engine feels that yes, I can share this information because it is not just a website, it is a website which can be located, or the link of which can be located on some other page also. And that other page would not have allowed had it been not so creditworthy or not so trustworthy. So consequently, search engines, they basically reward you with higher rankings, and they bolster your authority also and your credibility also. So once you have followed off page SEO tactics properly, then it helps you to find your page in a higher ranking level, and you will see that the people around who have visited that search engine for that particular query, they are getting more and more interest and inclination in visiting your website also, and not just as a matter of chance, with full credibility. Now, before I explain this, kindly go through the screen once. As you can see, this is link building. Link building is also an off page SEO. It is also an SEO technique, but off page. It is focused on getting other reputable websites to link to yours. That means you are building links with people who are actually adding backlinks, and this acts as a vote of confidence that tells search engine that your site is also trustworthy, relevant, and valuable. And once again and again they visit, it boosts your search rankings also, and it starts driving referral traffic, that is, people are referred indirectly to your website. Now, modern link building, it prioritizes creating high quality content, because this is the way you will be able to build modern this link building. Then building genuine relationships, natural outreach. That means automatically the person gets this idea that yes, I have to visit that site because this site is referring to that. And we are moving away from any manipulative tactics, that is, we are not paying for this kind of an advertisement. So we are moving away from manipulative tactics to earn links that provide real value, both to the users and to the other sites. Now you can see the link building strategies here. So there are a number of link building strategies which you can use to get the external websites to link to yours. Content creation and promotion, reviews and mentions, links from friends and partners, as you can see on this slide. Okay. Now, content creation and promotion is what? You are creating compelling content, unique content, high quality content. And that is the content which people want to refer and link to and tell others also. So you have to spread the word before you can expect anyone to find your content and link to it. So first of all, create a proper content, promote it, and promote it in such a manner that everybody wants to refer to your page, and that too on his or her own website. This will help a very effective link building technique for off page SEO. Reviews and mentions. So, if we put our products or services or sites in front of influencers in your industry, such as popular bloggers or people with large social media following, it comes under the category of reviews and mentions, and it is a very effective criteria of off-page SEO. Then you can also get the people you know and the people you work with to link your site. So once you ask people you know and people you work with to link to your site, It's basically you have to remember that relevance matters. That means everybody I know, it's not relevant. So basically, those links which are on the sites which are in the same industry or the same niche, that will have more value than any link from random or unrelated sites. So you can go through this slide once again. So now you must have read this also. Let us now discuss what are brand mentions. Brand mentions are online references to your company, product, or your service. It may be with a link, hyperlink, or without a hyperlink also. So, when somebody refers to your brand online or somebody refers to your service online, and that is what gives the consumer, prospective consumer, confidence. So, that is known as brand mention. It is basically, it signals relevance also. And search engines like Google, they are able to boost your ranking and visibility, especially with this AI search, because that understands context just beyond links. Now, both linked mentions, that is traditional backlinks, and unlinked mentions, that is implied links, they build trust, they build reputation, and all the more importantly, they help algorithms recognize your brand's popularity also and relevance also. So, brand mentions, that is when somebody refers to your company or product, that really helps you build an effective off page SEO technique. So, some of the actionable steps which you can take to increase brand mentions and make sure that they impact your SEO efforts positively are given here. So, the first one, as you can see, is now, as we've already understood also, that you have to create high quality, shareable content. Please keep in mind it has to be high quality and shareable content, and it has to be created. Because if I just copy paste from any other particular site which is having a lot number of visitors, it won't solve my purpose. So, first of all, you should create valuable content that really connects with your audience, because you might feel that my content is very good, but the audience might not feel connected with your content, then it is of no use. So, we should think about blog posts, videos, infographics, or even case studies, anything which offers real insight. That is what the consumer would like to know more about what I'm trying to tell. I should do that, and that too not just by writing in words, by all the combinations which I can have of all these things. And when you put high quality content, you are more likely to see other websites referencing your brand. And we saw just now that this is a very important technique for your off page SEO. So you can go through this also once again. Then we'll go to the next slide. Kindly go through the content of this slide also. Go through it once and then I will brief it for you. So now, as we just now saw brand mentions, we saw that first point is that we should create high quality shareable content to increase brand mentions. Second point is we should try and engage with influencers and thought leaders. I hope the term influencers is clear to all of you. Now, when we try to build relationships with influencers and thought leaders in the industry, it is a very wonderful way of getting more brand mentions. Because when these influential people they talk about your brand, it can really boost your visibility also, and it can establish your authority in your niche. Because word of mouth really matters. And if somebody who is actually in a position to influence a lot of people, who has been doing that, and that has yielded positive results to the consumers also, the consumers will definitely rely on that influencer's comment of about you or your website, and that is going to increase your visibility to a large extent. Then you can use online PR also to get media coverage. Now, what is PR? That is public relations. So you can use online PR because PR efforts can go a long way in securing brand mentions from high authority websites and media outlets. So if your website is mentioned in a high authority website or in some good media outlet, it really helps in building your brand image. It may be through press releases, through interviews, or guest articles. Either ways, you can just get your brand mentioned in reputable new outlets or industry publications, and you'll see that your SEO efforts are significantly boosted. For example, if your company is launching a new product and you are actually distributing a written press release, that can actually attract the attention from journalists and bloggers, and they might try to or like to include this press release in their journals or publications for their visibility also, and that will help your visibility also go a long way. So I hope these 2 points are clear: engaging with influencers and thought leaders, and using online PR to get media coverage as a part of brand mentions, which is as a part of off page SEO. Now you can see encouraging user generated content. So when you actually use this user generated content, that is a very effective way to increase your brand mentions. So the more your customers or fans they talk about your brand, whether it is through their social media posts or reviews or in discussions, it really leads to a ripple effect. That means one leads to another. For example, if your commodity is on, you have sold a particular commodity to me, and I put the review of that on my social media page that I have bought this commodity from this company and this is really working wonders for me. So all those who are in my contact, they will at least visit that page once and they'll at least see it once for at least once for their reference, and if they find it relevant, they might even purchase the same commodity. So that is what was the main target of digital marketing. That was what we wanted to achieve. They might even go to the website, and if that happens, then that is also going to increase the organic traffic also, and consequences of positive feedback will follow. So it not only generates buzz around your brand, also helps establish authenticity and trust, because all those who know me know that okay, this product is something which she relies upon. She has she's been able to experience a positive this thing. She's giving a positive feedback. She must have had a positive experience. So we can also give it a chance and we can also give it a try. Now kindly go through this also. So now, as you can see, brand mentions, they might be, visible to you at various places. So you need to monitor them, that where all your brand has been mentioned, and you need to respond to that also. Because actively monitoring your brand mentions is crucial both for your organization also, and it is important for your reputation also and SEO management also. So by staying on the top of these mentions, you can engage with users, you can build relationships, and you can even ask for a backlink if there is an unlinked mention which has occurred. For example, if you notice a blogger, he has mentioned your brand, he has mentioned what is your brand about, maybe even that much, but he has not linked the same to your website. So you can reach out politely, you can request a link that kindly turn this as a valuable backlink so that anybody who wants to visit my web page can visit through this link. I hope this is clear. Kindly go through this if there is any doubt. Please replay this once again and try to understand. Now let us go through social media engagement. This is also a very important technique of your off-page SEO. And what it means is that you are sharing your content on various platforms like Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. So this social media engagement, basically, what does it measure? It measures how users interact with your content. That means how many likes you have, how many comments you have, are there any shares, are people saving anything, are they clicking on anything. So this is what social media engagement measures, and the more it is, the higher it is, it indicates that yes, there is a content resonance with the community and you are able to build a community which needs or which has similar needs, and they don't have just views, they also have needs, and that need can be fulfilled by your brands. So your brands can basically understand a better way of connecting with the audience. It can, foster loyalty amongst people. Maybe they can introduce certain schemes for special, social media measures. Then the brands can also get immediate feedback, and not to say the visibility definitely increases because it's an authentic two-way conversation which happens between the brand and the consumer who is going to further it. So you have valuable interactions. The more engaged your web page is on social media and the more you are sharing content, the higher is your social media engagement and higher is your visibility, higher are the chances of your ranking higher because of the click rates. Now, local SEO. Local SEO is also an off page SEO technique. Kindly go through this site. I'm sorry, kindly go through this page. So now, as you have read, it means claiming and optimizing business on local directories. For example, on Google Business Profile. So if you are able to basically place your business on Google Business Profile pages, that means you're trying to do a bit of local SEO, and it really is very important and effective technique. So it helps businesses with physical locations or service areas get found by nearby customers and local searches. For example, in most of the mobile applications also today, you type this pizza near me. So same way, if you write that on a search engine, it helps Google Business Profile to be optimized. Citations, NAP consistency, reviews, geo-targeted content, all these rank high in the map pack and organic results increase. This drives for traffic and also drives calls. So now you can see on the screen what are the benefits of local SEO. They can contribute to higher rankings when people search relevant queries because it helps Google understand your business's location also, and what you are offering. So with the help of local SEO, you are able to make Google understand that here am I and this is what I sell. It can also enhance Google's perception of your business as popular and trustworthy. So the Google understands that this is the business in this area which can be relied upon and which can be referred to. Now, when ranking businesses in Google Maps and the local pack, Google considers relevance, distance, and prominence. So, relevance means what is the user looking for? For example, if he is looking for pizza location, but your business is of Italian pasta, so is it really relevant? May not be so. So Google is not going to handpick. Then distance. How far the user's likely location is from business. So he's going to place it in a hierarchy that this is 15 minutes away, this is 2 minutes away, this is 20 minutes away. In ascending or descending order, maybe they can even refer distance also. Then prominence, how well known and well reviewed the businesses. You must have seen those stars as ratings. So basically, while considering, putting on a Google map, the Google will consider what are your reviews, and the highly rated ones and definitely the positive rated ones and the ones which are more popular, they are listed higher. Now let's see how to do local SEO. For local SEO, first of all, thing what we should do is we should do keyword research. So basically, we should find search terms which people use. So what search term people are using when they are looking for some local products or when they are looking for some services. So this is what is local keyword research. So I try to understand that for my commodity, what all a consumer can alternately write, and accordingly I update or create my pages with those keywords so that the moment the crawler hits there, it is able to locate, okay, this thing is available on this web page also, and that web page can be displayed in front of you. Now, ranking for these keywords, this drives highly targeted local traffic to your site also, and it can potentially bring more customers also. So first thing is you should do local keyword research. Second is you should research your competitors. That is what they are doing. That is what keywords they are ranking. Okay. Then try and keep your business profile active. This is very important. An active business profile shows Google and users that you are an engaged business user, because this can improve your rankings also, and this can attract more customers also. So you should keep your business details updated, that is visiting hours, holiday hours, new addresses, maybe the phone numbers, the email IDs, everything should be updated properly, because this is the one of the best ways in which you can stay active and you can ensure that users have accurate information about you, comprehensive information about you, that is what all is needed by them at the very first instance is visible at one go. So keep your business profile active as a part of local SEO. Then you can get and monitor local citations. Now citations are basically online mentions of your business's name, address, and phone number. Okay, so NAP, that was your name, address, and phone number. So wherever your business's NAP is mentioned online, you can actually monitor them. Okay, you can see them in directories or social media profiles. And why is this monitoring and their mention important? Because Google might use them to verify that your business information is accurate and trustworthy. So you should always monitor whether they are appearing clearly and properly at various fora wherever they are so appearing. Kindly go through this page once again. Now, as we discussed in the very beginning, we'll be talking about keyword research also. So let us now understand what is keyword research. See, as defined here, it is the process of discovering the words and phrases people type into search engines when they look for information. For example, I might write where to find a blue dress, or I might even write simply blue dress, or I might write blue dress made of this particular fabric or of this particular brand. So, which are the words and phrases people will type into search engines, that is known as keyword research. And to do this, first of all, you need to discover what are the popular search queries. For example, if you are manufacturing a water bottle which can keep the water hot also and cold also. So if that kind of a commodity is being sold, and it first of all it is being sold by others, you are trying to sell it now online, the customers have been looking for this kind of a commodity for long on search engines. So see first of all what all kind of words the people are using to locate this kind of a product. First of all, do that. Second, evaluate its relevance to your content or business, because maybe it is not 100% same. Maybe your product is a slight variation, or maybe the words they have used, you don't want to go in for that as a specialty. You want to add something else as your specialty. So you check the relevance also. That is, don't do anything without considering anything properly. So consider it very properly, and then assess the competition for ranking with those keywords, because the keywords which you want to use, if it is being used by each and every person, so that won't help you rank, that won't help you outshine the others. So to outshine the others, you need to incorporate relevant keywords also, valuable keywords also, so that you are actually providing better answers to the people, better experience to the target audience, and you're converting that into sales. A very important page, just go through this. Please read this also. So what is this page showing you? This is showing the steps in keyword research. That means if you want to carry out keyword research process, then what all you should do? First thing, as I've told you, do a lot of brainstorming. It's not just 5 minutes job. You need to think a lot. You need to visit other pages. You need to see what they are writing. What is their traffic? What kind of traffic you want? What kind of words you want? You have to do a lot of brainstorming. Then you can compile a list of keywords you've already been found for. So when I type, let us say ABC, it goes to your website. So these ABC, this is something people are using and they are able to locate your page. Now you compile a list of keywords you haven't been found for yet. That means if I'm typing, let us say, a blue dress for cotton, I'm not able to reach your page. But if I'm writing blue dress for summers, I'm able to reach. So there is a list which you can add here. Now you can merge these lists into one. That means make a whole list, that the ones which have been looked for, add that also. The ones for which have not been found, add that also. Retrieve information on the attractiveness of keywords. That is, maybe you find them very relevant, but the consumer might not use it. The consumer will use those words which are very, very catchy and which come to the mind at the very first instant. So further, you can expand a list of keywords with long tail keywords. We'll understand the next slide what are long tail and short tail. But these steps in the keyword research are very, very important, especially point number 2, 3, and the second last point. Here we have the type of keywords. For example, long tail keywords and short tail. So long tail keywords are highly specific search items. They will attract niche audiences, whereas short tail keywords are more broad. they aim to reach a wider audience. So, which is more specific? Long tail. And which is broader one? Short tail. For example, if I talk about shoes, so shoes is a short tail word. It is very broad, highly competitive. Anybody can use that. But if I'm asking about best sports shoes for running in Bangalore, so best sports shoes I'm looking for and also for running and also in Bangalore. So this is narrow, which this will face a lesser competition. Similarly, for a website selling handmade books, a good keyword can include custom notebooks Bangalore or personalized diaries, college students, so that we are able to attract that kind of customer, which is useful for our strategy also, because we need to convert him into a potential customer. Now, both long tail and short tail keywords, they have pros and cons. That means both of them, using both of them, will have some benefits and some demerits also. Short tail keywords, as you can see, and as you've already also seen, they come with hefty competition and they require years of consistent strategies and building of quality backlinks. But if you rank on the first page for a short tail keyword, then what are the benefits? A lot of traffic, because high rankings for short tail keywords, it brings in substantial organic traffic. So everybody will be attracted. And strong backlinks, because the more you rank high, it means that you've built valuable backlinks. This can leverage to boost other pages also on your sites through internal linking. So both of them will have their own pros and cons. However, you can note these for better understanding. Long tail keywords, do they have their own benefits? Answer is yes. They shine for different reasons. First of all, being lower competition, higher conversion rates, lot of options. Lower competition as of, with less competition, it's easier to land the top spots, because with less competition of a particular product, the higher ranking you will see of your website on the search engine. Higher conversion rates, because they will attract, these long tail keywords will attract those visitors who have a specific intent. So if I'm looking for running shoes only, best sports shoes only, and that too in Bangalore only, then only I'll visit your page. So unnecessary visits are also avoided, and this means that only those who are interested are coming to your web page, and this will actually lead to higher conversion rates. Lot of option. There's a much higher number of long tail keywords to target, giving you more opportunities to reach your audience. So with long tail keywords, you can be very specific also, and you can target different people at different times also, and this will give you more opportunities to reach your audience. However, you need to rank for many long tail keywords to achieve a significant volume of search traffic, because not everybody would be looking for those kind of sports shoes in Bangalore. So your ranking needs to be improved by various strategies. Now you need to optimize your content also for SEO. So what is content optimization? It is a process of improving and updating your website content. So, the more updated your website content is and the more structured it is, it's going to be actually visible in an improved manner, in a higher manner, in not only search engines but also in AI tools. So basically, what does it include? It includes your website text having been improved, images, structures are relevant and useful also for both the user. That is, if I'm visiting your web page, I should be able to understand everything properly. The images should be relevant, the language should be, and the content should be readable, understandable, relevant for me. And for the search engine also, for example, if the product which you are selling, I don't know your website's name, so I just type on the search engine. Maybe your brand name also, or maybe the product you are selling with a hint of brand name. So if your content is good, the search engine will be able to locate that and place your website in front of me immediately, and that too on top. So, what are the content optimizing tips? Let us go through that. First of all, match search intent. Very important, because the content which is there on your website, if it's answering the specific questions users are searching for, then you've done half the job. So, there are four types of search intent, as you can see. Informational, that is sometimes you want to know about a topic. Supposing you want to learn about, let us say, the reign of Ashoka, or you want to learn about the reign of the times of Buddha. So, that is informational. Then transactional, that is the user wants to make a purchase. You want to purchase a book, you want to purchase a dress, or you want to complete a transaction, want to make a payment. Then navigational, that is you are looking for some specific page or website. You don't know exact name, so you're trying to locate and search, and you're also equally interested in knowing some similar ones, but basically you're navigating. And the last one is commercial. That is, commercial intent is that I want to compare. You must have seen many websites wherein, like, you compare two cars or two, let us say, places of living or any two gadgets. So the user is comparing options before buying. So that kind of search intent is known as commercial search intent. Kindly go through this page once again. Please read this also. So the second tip here is that you use secondary keywords to expand reach. Now, if you add secondary keywords, like primary is something which you should have in your website page, that is a main keyword you want to rank for. But there may be some secondary keywords also which you might need and which you might like to include, so that the search engines and the AI crawlers are able to understand your topic in a better manner. That is, they get a deep understanding of your topic. It also broadens your chances to appear for related searches. Maybe you're not giving them the exact commodity, but related. For example, I told you when it is pizza place near you and you are offering something of kind of pasta. So maybe the consumer on seeing or visiting your web page changes his or mind. So if related searches are also, accessible to you in terms of higher ranking, sometimes that also helps. So you might like to add certain secondary keywords. But one thing you should remember is that you should incorporate keywords. That is natural. That is, if you're writing something in the content, it should be there as a part of the content. So we should not just stuff it with those words number of times just to rank higher. Because the number of times a keyword is appearing, that also matters, and the number of times it is shown on your web page as a relevant aspect, that is also material. Example, if your keyword is digital marketing trends 2025, then ensure that your headings, introduction, and closing paragraphs include this phrase naturally, because you'll include this in your heading also, you'll include this in your introduction also, and while closing also, you would be mentioning or you'll be making some mention of the trends in a concise manner. So please ensure that these words are just not stuffed anywhere twice, thrice, deliberately, so that the reader gets a very smooth experience, visitor also gets a smooth experience, and you're able to provide an insightful and updated content. Now, how do you improve your website's user experience? Take a look at this also. Now, please see that there are certain search engine algorithms which are designed to send people to websites with a positive user experience. That means certain search engine algorithms make sure that the users do not go to those kind of sites which otherwise are matching in terms of content, the keywords and everything is proper. But the user, once if he or she goes there, is not able to get proper information or is not able to get a proper experience. For example, the website does not load for long, or maybe the transaction or the payment status or the payment credibility of that website is not very good. So, how do we improve that? How do you improve the user's experiences? First of all, your headings and subheadings should be scannable. Your website should be user SEO friendly. Amazing content definitely is the keyword, but if your website is slow or glitchy, you'll hurt your chances of ranking higher. Then your website navigation, very important, has to be logical and consistent. That means, let us say, if I have a particular brand and I'm mentioning that this is the commodity I'm selling and this is the price, I'm mentioning everything, but the location of that, where am I selling this, is not accessible even after running through pages. So it is not a logical way. We should understand that the consumer would like to go through or pursue your web page only if he feels that, okay, yes, let me make up my mind, and if this place I have to visit offline, do I have an option, or do I have to make mandatorily an online purchase only, and if so, where is that portal, or if so, where is that shop? So website navigation should be very logical and consistent. Maybe consistent in terms of maybe you are selling two three commodities of the same type, so that should be grouped properly also. Your pages and images, they should load quickly. That circle which is moving constantly doesn't give a very good user experience, especially with respect to images. Now, your content is mobile optimized. This is very important to improve your website's user experience. So, because most of the times people would like to visit your website first on mobile, and if they find it really important for them to visit on a laptop or a computer, then they would like to go. So, mobile optimization in the current times is very important. And the most important thing is whatever links you have shared in your content, they work. A must read. This slide is must read twice. Please go through this once again, then I'll go further. Now, you must have heard of white hat SEO, black hat SEO. So, let us read what is white hat SEO first. White hat SEO uses search engine approved website optimization strategies, also techniques, also and tactics, also. So, that means those tactics or techniques we are using which are approved by the search engine optimizations. For example, if I'm offering quality content on my website, my services are also very optimum. The site is loading very quickly, it is very much mobile friendly. It is using descriptive keywords or which are having rich meta tags, keyword rich meta tags, then making your site easy to navigate. That means you are easily able to understand, okay, after this, like this is a women's section, this is a men's section, this is a children's section, and in that also you've got all different varieties clubbed one under the other. So your site is very easy to navigate. You don't have to wait for one page to go to another page to find out what is there on the next page. So that should not happen with the user. And if we are doing all this, that means if we are incorporating all these techniques, what we are doing is a white hat. Okay. So, white hat, now let us read this and understand this in detail. White hat SEO includes the following techniques. Number one, content with added value. So, first of all, what is the technique in white hat SEO? That you are having a very good content. Content is king applies to white hat SEO all the more. Only high quality content which offers added user value will generate natural links that are voluntarily set by users. So if your content is good, people will definitely come over and natural links will be generated. Then keywords. This is also part of SEO, white hat SEO. So comprehensive keyword research as well as their use in text, pictures, metadata All this is more important than ever for white hat SEO. Definitely, keyword stuffing is not a part of this. Then links. Unnatural link building, no, that's a taboo. But in white hat SEO, what do? We use social media strategies to support natural link building. That my link is used on some social media page and that is shared further or looked upon further. Then on page optimization. This is also a technique of white hat SEO. This also has a lot of potential, including metadata, the use of synonyms, optimization of page navigation search, meaningful URL structures, meaningful links. All this is a part of on page optimization. I hope these techniques are clear. Just go through them. Now, white hat SEO has several benefits for the operator also. Let us take a quick look. Cost, ethics, security, consistency. So, what do we mean by cost? That in the long run, white hat SEO definitely is cheaper than black hat SEO because you don't need to repair violations also and you don't need to suffer penalties also. So, basically, when you are removing spam links in blog comments or forums, you're trying to save your reputation as well as the cost. Then ethics. Entrepreneurs who opt for white hat SEO they try to justify their positioning in the SERP to the visitors for ethic reasons. So I'm trying to do all good things so that automatically the traffic increases and automatically my ranking increases. I'm not playing games with the search engine. I'm not trying to manipulate the user or the consumer or the search engine. That's why it's known by the name white hat. Then security. Sites optimized with white hat SEO are secure against Google penalties. According to the Damocles sword of sales failures occasioned by a penalty is not constantly hung over the website, and consistency, the rankings achieved are usually more stable with the rankings which you achieve with the help of white hat SEO. They are more stable and in particular long term, they are as compared to those pages which are optimized with unfair means because they are always under the fear of probability of penalties also. So the four main benefits which you can see on the screen are cost, ethics, security, and consistency. Now let's come to black hat SEO. What is that? That's a set of practices that are used to increase a site or page's rank in search engines through means that violate the search engine's terms of service. So what am I trying to do if I'm using black hat SEO is that I'm trying to increase my sites or pages rank in search engines, but the means are not proper. Now, this term black hat, as you can see, it originated in Western movies to distinguish the bad guys from the good guys who wore white hats. So, this is what we are trying to communicate through this term. So, we are actually using this to describe computer hackers, virus creators, and those who perform unethical actions with computers. For example, let us say hidden links, keyword stuffing, reporting a competitor, that is, I'm doing negative SEO, content automation, doorway pages, all these are a part of black hat SEO. So the techniques which are not approved by search engines, breaking or bending search engine rules, focusing on search engines over users, hacking into people's website, all these form part of black hat SEO. I hope you have read this. Now let us quickly go through the differences of black hat SEO and white hat SEO. So you can see on the screen the differences between black hat SEO and a white hat SEO. Let us begin with the first difference. Black hat SEO refers to the use of aggressive SEO tactics. So when you're trying to use certain aggressive tactics and when your strategies are focusing only on the search engine, that is, how do I rank higher? I'm not focusing on the human audience. That is when I can say that I'm resorting only to black hat SEO. On the other hand, what is white hat SEO? It is using of optimized SEO tactics. That is, when I'm doing SEO optimization tactics and strategies, which are focusing more on human audience. That is, I am more relevant to them as against my ranking. That is, my ranking definitely is my priority, but more focus is on human audience. And I'm completely following all the search engine rules and policies I'm said to be following white hat SEO. Now, black hat SEO is used by those who are looking for quick financial returns on their website. However, white hat SEO improves your search performance on the search engine result page, and it also maintains the integrity of the website. So, this is a longer perspective, it's a long term perspective, whereas this is a short one. Third is that Black Hat SEO contains that kind of stuff and that spam keywords into the on page contents that it is able to fool the search engine spiders and indirectly improve its ranking. So it is able to achieve the target, but ultimately it is just spamming keywords and trying to fool the search engines. However, white hat SEO contains proper research, craft titles, meta tags according to web page, and they are relevant to the industry to which they belong. So kindly go through this slide once again. We'll go to the next slide in a minute. Now, this is again black hat that includes irrelevant backlinks. Whereas in white hat, you get the link because of the quality content. So, because you've maintained your quality, you start getting links, and that leads to referrals and then prospective customers. Black hat exchanges the links for ranking. In this, you exchange the links. For example, I give you my link and you take mine. Whereas here, only natural links are created. So, because of these kind of practices, which we have just seen in 1 to 5 points above, we can term black hat SEO as unethical SEO, whereas white hat SEO can be known by the name ethical SEO. Black hat SEO is used for short term goals. We've already seen that short term benefits, whereas long term goals and benefits, if you need to target them, you have to go in for white hat SEO. Black hat SEO is not approved by any search engine, whereas white hat is approved by search engines. I hope these points are also clear. Point number 4 to point number 8. Now let us see these points also. Take a quick glance. So as you can see, black hat SEO does not follow Google's guidelines, whereas white hat SEO provides a better experience to the users because it is in compliance with the Google's guidelines also, and it is ethical also. In white hat, what kind of techniques we are using? Research, analysis. We're doing proper analysis. Most importantly, content improvement, content writing is in a proper way. Then we are rewriting the meta tags so that they are more appropriate. They are able to be linked with the search content as well as the queries which are being posted on the search engines. Then we are redesigning the web in case of white hat SEO. Fast page loading times, that is what we are trying to ensure. And through this, we are trying to achieve white hat SEO. We are trying to prioritize mobile friendliness, that is, the website is responsive to the mobile usage also. So all these techniques are used in white hat, whereas in black hat, you will not see any of these. Instead, what you are going to see is keyword stuffing, writing the same word again and again on different pages, just to fool the audience. Then doorway and cloaked pages, creating blog comment spam, hidden texts, hidden links, participation in link schemes, as I told you that you give me your link and I'll give my link, or for revenue. So this is also a black hat technique. Black hat technique will not fulfill the search intent. That is only to maximize the revenue and that too in the short run. Whereas this satisfies the aim of the search, that is, whatever is the person who is looking for something will get some concrete information if your website or if your web page has followed the white hat technique. Now, after we have discussed all this, see, we have discussed white hat, black hat, we've discussed the techniques, that is what we've discussed how to improve the website's user experience. I'm going to take a quick recap from the very beginning so that we know what all we have covered. Okay, just the headers. I'm going to take a quick recap. So, if we have understood what is digital marketing, because we need to answer the question. So, let us go through this quickly. Then we have read about SEO. What is SEO? SERPs. Why it is important? Because you need to attract visitors and customers, you need to build trust, social promotion. So, what are the types of SEO? On page, off page. We've discussed on page also. That is when you are, optimizing some elements directly on your website. So that is on page. We've understood how do the search engines work. That is with the help of crawling, indexing, ranking. What is that? What are these terms? We have a spider, as I told you, which does the crawling part. It is just like the PN who brings the books from the lorries and puts them in different places, in different rooms. Then we also read about keyword optimization. What were the key elements of keyword optimization? Title tags was discussed in this video. Then meta descriptions, header tags, URL structure, internal linking, image optimization, tips for image optimization, mobile responsiveness as a part of on-page SEO, off-page SEO, link building, which is a core SEO practice focused on getting other websites linked to your links. Then what is the benefit? How do we do that? Brand mentions, some actionable steps for getting brand and mentions and getting increasing the number of brand mentions, and that too in a positive manner. So engage with influencers, you create good quality content, you use online PR, then you encourage user generated content. That was a part of brand mentions. Then we need to monitor and respond to brand mentions also. Then we understood social media engagement as a part of off-page SEO, local SEO, how to do local SEO, keyword research, the definition, and what are the steps in keyword research, what are the different types of keywords. We have long tail and short tail, benefits of each one of them, then optimizing content for SEO, some tips for optimizing content. Then how to improve the website's experience of the user, the tips as we read all these. Then we also wound up by understanding white hat SEO, the benefits, techniques, and the black hat SEO, the benefits, techniques, and the differences between black hat SEO and white hat SEO. So once having done this, now let us discuss some questions. Kindly go through this first question now. You can attempt this question. What is the main goal of SEO? Is it to design websites beautifully, to rank websites higher in search results, to run paid advertisements, or to improve offline branding? So, what is the main goal of SEO? You can see the answer here. Yes, you've correctly answered it. It is answer number B. So SEO is about increasing visibility and ranking in search engines so users can discover your website easily. Second question, which of the following is a part of on-page SEO? Is it backlinks, website speed, meta titles, descriptions, social media shares? Try answering this question also. Right. So your answer is absolutely correct. It is C, that is meta titles and descriptions is a part of on-page SEO. Because on-page SEO mainly focuses on elements which are within your website. For example, meta tags, headings, keyword usages. The next question now. Kindly go through this. So what does off-page SEO mainly deal with? Does it deal with only image optimization, or mainly is it creating backlinks from other websites, or is it linked with internal linking, or does it deal with mobile responsiveness? Which option do you feel is correct? Just think over it. Correct. Your answer is correct. It mainly deals with backlinks from other websites because off-page SEO will include external factors like backlinks, social media, signals, domain authority, etc. Now let us go through question number 4. Please read this carefully. So basically this question is asking from you which method is used by Google to not only discover but also to index websites. They've also given you options. Let us go through the options now. First is paid submission, crawling and indexing, social media listening, and manual entry. Do you remember which method is used by Google to discover and index websites? Yes, it is crawling and indexing. So the Google bot crawls websites, adds them to the index before ranks them in results. So which method is used by Google? Crawling and indexing. We read that? Okay, let's continue further. Now these are certain descriptive questions. What is the search intent in SEO? If there is a question, what is search intent in SEO? So you will say it is the underlying reason behind a user search query. He might have typed that query to get some information. He must have sought some information, or he must be willing to make a purchase. For example, he wants to buy a black dress, or he wants to buy a particular water bottle. He might even have comparing of products as a search intent. That means he's searching a website which will help him compare two products or two commodities. And matching content to search intent improves SEO effectiveness. So, what am I searching for? If your search engine is able to understand that and bring to me all the relevant data, so definitely it improves SEO effectiveness. I'll come to this search engine frequently. And if the website which the search engine is recommending that is also user friendly, I might go refer to that website also, and I might refer that website to my friends and knowns also, and I might visit it often, I might start making purchases, and I might turn into consumer. So the basic purpose of digital marketing gets achieved out of that. Now let us read this another question. Three target keywords for a blog about healthy eating for college students. So these are the key target words if you're doing some sort of online marketing on this digital marketing. Healthy meal plans for college students, easy nutritious recipes for students, and affordable healthy snacks for the university. I hope this slide is clear to all. So here there are two questions. I will give you 2 minutes to read the question as well as the answer. Then I will proceed further. So here the first question is asking you to suggest two websites where you could try to get backlinks for a blog about healthy eating. So basically you can get those backlinks for example from healthline.com. That is a nutrition focused educational sites you can target for creation of backlinks, or those blogs which are focused on nutrition. Also you can see university or student wellness websites which share resources on healthy habits. So if you wish to get backlinks for a blog about healthy eating, you can target these two websites. Now the next question is write a sample page title and meta description for your homepage. So the title can be healthy eating tips and recipes for college students, NutriCampus, and meta description can be discover easy, affordable, and nutritious meal plans and snacks tailored for busy college students. Boost your health and energy with NutriCampus. So, this is a brief summary of what that person is going to find on the pages to follow, and this is the title. Let us discuss this question now. How is a short tail keyword different from a long tail keyword? So we've already seen that short tail keywords, they are broad, highly competitive and general. For example, shoes. Whereas long tail keywords, they are more specific, less competitive and have a clearer search intent. For example, best running shoes for flat feet or best shoes for running in Bangalore. So these are long tail keywords. Why should you avoid stuffing too many keywords in your content? Now, this is your next question. Why we should not use many keywords and we should not use them in the form of stuffing? Because keyword stuffing harms readability, it leads to poor user experience, and search engines may even penalize your site for spammy practices. I hope you remember that the ultimate aim is to improve the user's experience, and this stuffing will in fact hamper it. Now, this is the next question. What are three components of an on page SEO? What are the three components? So, the first one, as you can see on the screen, is keyword optimization. That is when you use relevant keywords and that too naturally in titles, headings, and content. Then that is one component. Crafting clear and attractive title tags and meta descriptions. That is also an important component of on page SEO. And third is optimizing URL structure, internal linking, image alt text, and ensuring mobile responsiveness and fast loading speed. Because as we discussed, if there is a consumer who lands on your website but is not able to access it properly, he will never turn back. So, in order to optimize that, we need to follow these techniques, especially the last one. So, the three components of on page SEO, as you can see on the screen, I hope they are clear to you. Now, before we discuss some more questions, I would request you to read these essential books and ebooks also. They are also given in your study module. You can note them down and get an access to all or any of them for better understanding? Here is a short list of some beginner tutorials and guides also. This will also help you to get a brief idea of the chapter which we are studying. TPS in a website indicates a fast website, secure website, social media presence, or good design. You have the options in front of you. Please choose the correct option. What does HTTPS indicate? Yes, correct. It indicates secure website because it means the site is secure, and this is an important ranking factor in Google. Another question: which factor is the most important for SEO success? We have the options in front of us: matching user intent, fancy graphics, long website domain name, or paid promotions. So the correct answer in this case is matching user intent, because just having fancy graphics or long website domain names or paid promotions will not serve our purpose. And to conclude, SEO succeeds only when the content matches with what the user is searching for. It improves the relevance also and the ranking also. So, with this last question, I conclude my lecture. I have covered almost all the aspects of digital marketing in this video, and I hope I have been able to resolve your queries also. You are now requested to go through your written module and take a look at the content. Kindly visit the online portals which have been mentioned there to get a better understanding of this topic. Thank you so much.